I, Chicken Lord Gormy, will wage war on this world. Now that I have a reason to start one, I will follow in the footsteps of my past lives. King George III, Jefferson Davis. After every war's end, my consciousness is reborn in another time.
Oh no, Chicken Lord Gormy's starting a war. What? Why would he do that? I wish there was a way we could prevent this.
I can show you.
What? Who's talking?
It is I, Time Wizard Brian.
Whoa, you can help us stop Chicken Lord Gormy. Yeah, you can help us prevent the war.
No, I can't, but I can take you to his past lives so you can see those other motives. It's up to you to figure it out. I cannot follow you on this journey.
Wait, why not?
This war leads to the end of time. My powers are fading.
Whoa. So we can go back in time, but you can't come with us? It seems like a massive plot hole. Dane, shut up. We made this movie in a week. So how do we go through time?
Skedaddle, skadoodle. This lollipop is now your time machine. Use this, but don't eat it. The universe will save us.
We need to figure out how to end this war and save the universe. Get your powdered wigs. We're going to the Revolutionary War.
Servant, store this briefing and return my response to Parliament.
Yes, my lord!
Lord North!
Yes, Your Majesty.
What's the status in the colonies?
The colonists have grown increasingly radical in their opposition.
Opposition to what?
Our taxation policy, sir.
After everything we've done to protect them from the French and Indians?
Yes, sir, they scream no taxation without representation.
That's a joke. Parliament represents them.
Well, sir, some of the colonists are questioning their allegiance to the monarch.
This is where it starts.
The colonists are doing their best to remain part of the crown, but Parliament and the King don't really recognize it. All he's got to do now is give the order to seize the colonies.
They've resisted all attempts at regulation.
So what's his goal? Submission? Power?
Retainment. Colonists are important to him. Their economy represents his success.
My lord! There's been an attack in the Boston Harbor!
What kind of attack?
Indians have raided the ship and dumped the tea into the harbor!
That's the work of no Indians. The governor there has allowed tensions to rise for far too long.
I will go to Parliament and draft a response and punishment. As for the governor, I will deal with him later.
The revolution started. The Sons of Liberty have set the gears of war in motion. Show forward and watch his response.
Silence, silence! We must begin a draft to deal with the growing problem in the colonies.
I say we send over troops, enforce martial law.
No, not entirely. Preserving the colonies is our key.
An example must be set.
Yes, it must, and yes, it will.
Punish Massachusetts directly. I propose that we close the ports until the damage is paid.
And until the king has deemed that order has been restored.
I propose we repeal the Massachusetts Charter.
I agree that we allow the king to appoint government positions in Massachusetts.
I propose we allow the royal governor to hold the trials of the accused in Great Britain.
Agreed.
I propose we send troops and house them in government buildings.
We will start with those 4 bounds and draft them up immediately.
Gormy tried to hold back, but it wasn't successful. Started with disarmament. Now all he's got to do is give the order to march on Concord. He's going to try to take their arms and arrest Hitchcock and Adams. The revolution started. All right, let's jump one last time.
When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of gods entitle them. A decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Gentlemen, welcome to the proposition of adding Missouri to the Union.
We'll gladly welcome you to the Union as a slave state.
That is BS. You can't just do that, but we will gladly add you as a free northern state.
But Representative, what do your people want?
It is the will of the people to enforce slavery.
Well, I guess welcome to the Union.
Like I said, can't just do that. If you want to have a southern slave state, we have to add Maine all the way up here as a free state in the north.
Can't implement a state.
The Senate's got to be balanced. You're wrong.
Gentlemen, I propose a solution. I say we allow Maine and Missouri to join the Union as slave and non-slave states respectively, and then establish a boundary in which northern states would be free and southern would be slave.
Well, where's this boundary going to be?
I say we put on the 36th parallel.
Agreed.
Agreed for now.
Why we jump back so far? Chicken Lord Gorman isn't even here.
I know, but this is the first major debate between the free and the slave states.
It just goes downhill.
Yeah, but looking at this gives us an understanding as to how he thinks and feels, and it's important to understand how others like him fought.
Well, he's afraid of losing his power. That seems pretty clear.
Then we better keep moving.
Welcome. Thank you all for coming. I would like to propose an idea which will organize the Nebraska and Kansas territories, which will increase the transportational infrastructure and will please both sides.
You got one chance at this, Douglas. This sounds like a ploy to unbalance the Senate.
Well, actually, you're wrong. I would like to repeal the Missouri Compromise.
What? That's outrageous.
Well, this is as democratic as possible, where I take power away from the government and give it to the people through popular sovereignty. This will give them the decision if they want to be a free or slave state.
I'll allow it.
This is preposterous. We had a deal.
Do you really want to take power away from the people?
Unbelievable. We'll let the people.
We need to move as many of our people into the new territory as possible.
Let's sway the vote.
Yes, to maintain balance in the Senate. If not, everything will be lost.
This is getting out of hand. They get that kind of power, they'll take away our slaves and God knows what else.
The government's overreaching its power.
At least we'll try.
This is setting up leading Kansas. It's all attached to the Civil War.
Chicken Lord Gorman's playing his hands well.
Authority and retention. Noted. Let's keep moving.
Thank you all for your support during this awful time. Today marks a great day of change in this nation. I will do everything in my power to preserve and protect the Union. We must start by healing our old wounds and restore our relations with those who feel divided or wronged. The Union will be mended, and only together can we move forward and fix the problems that divide us. Thank you.
Mr. President-elect, South Carolina has left the Union.
They can't just do that. That's impossible.
I'm afraid they have, and they've written an announcement of you and the federal government.
These are dark times we're living in, son.
Mr. President-elect, Mississippi has left the Union. Mr. President-elect, Florida has left the Union.
Ay, ay, ay.
Mr. President-elect, Alabama has left the Union. Mr. President-elect, Georgia has left the Union. Mr. President-elect, Louisiana has left the Union. Mr. President-elect, Texas has left the Union. Mr. President-elect, the states have seceded and have formed their own union. They call themselves the Confederate States of America, and they've elected Jefferson Davis as their president.
This is awful. We cannot let this happen. They cannot secede from the Union. This is not right. We must destroy the institution of slavery, but above all, we must keep together this great Union.
Mr. President, Fort Sumter has been attacked by the South Carolina militia.
And God help us.
What do you want to do? The people are going to want a response.
I guess I'm going to have to go to Congress then.
It all makes sense now.
Chicken Lord Gormy can't handle laws.
Feels like he's being oppressed by a higher power.
Well, I think we know what we have to do.
Let's save the universe.
Haha, now that I have conquered the world, with this I shall destroy time. Hop, 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 hop. Ah, yummy.
Oh no! Chicken Lord Gormy must have ended all time.
The lollipop. It's broken.
What did Time Lord Brian say? Don't eat the lollipop?
Well, I guess we don't really have much choice.
Well, this thing's busted. I mean, everything looks fine.
Oh, I guess so.
We can help you!
Action!
Use this, but whatever you do, don't eat it. The universe will.
You! Action! Go.
I'm fucking.
Action.
Serve it. Wait.
It's right there!
Action.
Go north!
Yes, your answers.
What's the status in the colony?
Yeah, you know, yes, sir. Unfortunately, they're stop laughing.
Native American!
Well, unfortunately, sir.
We were so close. We were so close. I look at this. Go north.
Go.
My lord! Up the key to the harbor!
Go.
I suppose.
Go. Go.
Gormy started with something. I told you I'm on.
Go.
Just keep going. Keep rolling. Yeah. Just let us know.
Free state.
We'll represent it.
Cut. Badly welcome to the Union.
Sorry. Alright. That didn't take that much time. Let's do it again.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Go. Go. We're going. We're going.
Mr. President-elect!
Go.
Hold on. How about I just say my line and you edit Jimmy in?
No.
It's rolling.
Yes, do that. Do that.
President-elect!
What are you?
Hold on.
Mr. President! No one.
Just walk back in, Jimmy. Just walk back in.
Mr. President!
Just walk back in. Get out. Walk back in.
It's fine! It's going in the Bluebird!
Walk back in. No. Okay.
Mr. President!
Jimmy's.
I have video of Jack dancing.
Well, this thing's busted.
Can you shut up?
Don't take a video yet!
Take it now.
Right now!
My pool will be done by the end of July. It's not close.